deserve to be assassinated. But I'm overwhelmed seeing the flags of the United States of America at half-staff calling this nation to honor and venerate a man who was an unapologetic racist and spent all of his life sowing seeds of division and hate into this land. And hearing people with selective rage who were mad about Charlie Kirk but didn't give a damn about Melissa Hortman and her husband when they were shot down in their home, tell me I ought to have compassion for the death of a man who had no respect for my own life. I am sorry, but there's nowhere in Bible where we are taught to honor evil. And how you die does not redeem how you lived. You do not become a hero in your death when you are a weapon of the enemy in your life. I can abhor the violence that took your life, but I don't have to celebrate how you chose to live. I am overwhelmed.
Hey y'all, Gravity, any day above ground living. Hopefully you're having a fantastic start to your Monday and your brand new week. We're going to get biblical this morning. I'm sorry. If you don't like it, I understand. I'm not going to say to leave, but I'm sure you can be more productive. But if you want to just put me on in the background, that's fine too. But what MAGA and them are doing, and the left, what they're doing with Charlie Kirk, this is diabolical. And the Most High is going to come see them. Let me explain something to you, two sides. You don't want the Most High touching his feet on this earth. The streets will become lava, and those that are not righteous will burn. That's probably going to be most of y'all. And y'all know me, I'm not really that biblical or that, righteous in terms of, I flow out Christianity, even though I grew up in a Christian home. But there's just some things that the Most High teaches everybody that can be used in a quote unquote mainstream setting. You fuckers are going to burn in hell the way you are using this man as an effigy. Yet y'all's Most High done told y'all. Since y'all have slow brains and smooth brains, we're going to play this again. The idolatry that y'all are doing with this man. Them Nazareth Air Force Ones and them Jerusalem 9s. He is going to beat the hell out of all of you. And that's even before Nabi Isa alayhi salam, the prophet Jesus. He get up and put his hair in a bun and beat the hell out of you. Because he black. So, he letting his hair out. He been letting his hair out for years. By the time we get up there, family, Jesus might have dreadlocks. I'm just saying. Because, the fantastic sisters that we got up there, they made sure Jesus' hair was straight and tight. But what we're going to do before I roast fake him real fast, we're going to play this again. Because I got to get him and I got to get Pancake Critter. Because Pancake Critter, he want to act. Let me just play it first. Go ahead.
Charlie Kirk did not deserve to be assassinated. assassinated. But I'm overwhelmed.
Before he keep talking, don't he look like an older version of R. Kelly? Like if R. Kelly was staying righteous, this might have been him. Instead of singing about booty, he'd have been singing about the covenant. I'm just saying.
The flags of the United States of America at half staff, calling this nation to honor and venerate a man who was an unapologetic racist and spent all of his life sowing seeds of division and hate into this land.
Facts. He'd have been singing about, instead of doing that song for the Batman and Robin soundtrack, Gotham City, he'd have been singing about Nebuchadnezzar. I'm just saying.
And hearing people with selective rage who are mad about Charlie Kirk but didn't give a damn about Melissa Hortman and her husband when they were shot down in their home, tell me I ought to have compassion for the death of a man who had no respect.
All right, fine, Soul Survivor, fine. It ain't my fault he just slipped that one time and sang about Esther and her booty. I'm sorry. I was trying to avoid bringing that up. But there goes Soul Survivor. They paid $1 to be a member, so they're allowed to say that. You got it.
Respect for my own life. I am sorry, but there's nowhere in Bible where we are taught to honor evil. And how you die does not redeem how you lived.
Woo! One more time. One more time.
And how you die does not redeem.
No, T-Mac, he's still not preaching. I just did the video over.
How you lived.
Woo!
Taught to honor evil.
Talk.
And how you die does not redeem how you lived.
We're going to make that a drop.
You do not become a hero in your death when you are a weapon of the enemy in your life.
My mama be proud right now. I'm actually listening to some preacher. She be proud. Whoever wrote, I don't know. He got a whole bunch of letters in his name. Where was the racism? This is not even racist. But okay, a man expressing his opinion now is a racist. Okay, all right, cool. Leave him alone.
Violence that took your life. But I don't have to celebrate how you chose to live.
Oof.
I am overwhelmed.
Oh, I get it, family. They wanted me to be in here kissing his ass. Well, listen. Let me help y'all that weren't here Wednesday again. I didn't dance on that man's grave. It's been about 5 days now. The worst I said was I hate Charlie Kirk. But he did not deserve what happened to him. If that's not satisfactory enough for you, I don't know what to tell you. I guess you can go on your social media feed to get pissed off at people putting up posts. Such is life. Good. Oh, you think this is racist? Cool. We're going to play it one more time.
Charlie Kirk did not deserve to be assassinated.
Oops. Kind of sounds like Pastor led off with having empathy for his fellow man, even if he disagreed with him. You know, foreign concept that Charlie said was New Age, even though he claimed he read the Bible back to front, front to back, in the middle, and went out to the sides. And the Bible is full of empathy. Even Jesus, when he was getting them nails put in his wrists and his ankles and the thorn cross on his head, even he still had empathy for his killers. But, you know, you Christians claim you know that Bible so well. That's why Muslims be kicking y'all asses in them debates. Continue, Pastor.
But I'm overwhelmed seeing the flags of the United States of America at half-staff.
Randy, let me tell you something. You guys have all the apparatus you need to go express your opinions. Go do it. Stop being scared to talk. Charlie wasn't scared to go talk. Follow his example. Go out there and create. Spark a conversation. But we know y'all can't do that because it's easy to write a comment. When somebody come back on you, now you got to start thinking. Which we know most of y'all can't do anyway. Continue, Pastor.
Calling this nation to honor and venerate a man.
Dumbass, why would I spell empathy when you spelled it correctly? See how that works? Now give me something else.
Who was an unapologetic racist all of his life, sowing seeds of division and hate into this land.
Woof! Talk there, Pastor.
And hearing people with selective rage who are mad about Charlie Kirk but didn't give a damn about Melissa Hortman and her husband when they were shot down in their home.
By the way, y'all's Charlie laughed at that, but you know, it's okay. He didn't want to say that was wrong that the Trump supporter did that. He didn't say that. I don't like Nancy Pelosi, but him making fun of her husband getting beat up by his gay lover and wanting to fund that man out, but then cried about Democrats bailing out rioters during the summer of love. Yeah, hypocrisy. They also talk about that in the Bible too. You're not supposed to be a hypocritical person.
Tell me I ought to have compassion for the
Talk,
death of a
Pastor.
man who had no respect for my own life. I am sorry.
Correct, T-Mac. The Democrats are evil too.
But there's nowhere in Bible where we are taught to honor evil. And how you die
Talk.
does not redeem how you lived.
Let the church say amen. Don't even have to pass around a collection plate. Just let the church say amen. Good job, Jeff. You can be the second one because we're not Democrats here. And by the way, most of your preachers are Republicans anyway, but y'all won't talk about that.
You do not become a hero in your death when you are a weapon of the enemy in your life.
Woo! By the way, y'all's Charlie Kirk says civil rights and the Civil Rights Act were a mistake. Yet the reason why he was able to go to those campuses and, except for that day, didn't get hands put on him was because of them civil rights. Keep going.
I can uphold.
Wrong, Coop 2. I voted for reparations. Oops. None of them 6 candidates got my vote. So you were wrong again. I would shut up.
Or the violence that took your life. But I don't have to celebrate celebrate how you chose to live. I am overwhelmed.
Whew. All right, let's talk about Fake'em now. Fake'em decided to write, "Oh, Tatum Tots. I knew Charlie Kirk personally, worked with him for nearly 10 years. He doesn't have a racist bone in his body." Okay, sir. These low-life Negroes, he spelled Negroes wrong, by the way, just mad because a white man out here saying what they don't have the courage to. Nigga, what? Huh? Sir, we've been saying the same things for years. The fuck? Charlie was a man of God, preaching the gospel more than them all. Uh-huh. This is the same Negro who has Israel tattooed on his forearms, who claimed he kissed the wall. You should not be talking, sir. You're paid to act like this. Okay, family. Since he wants to talk about a man of God and how he's the man of God, right? Tatum Tots, right? Okay, we got to do it. I'm sorry. We just going to have to do it. I didn't want to do this to him, but he asking for it. God was a forgiving God, was he not? And his only begotten son was very forgiving, was he not? Let the church say amen. How forgiving Tatum Tots, how forgiving you think the Most High and his only begotten son and his archangels, his ride or dies, his apostles, his prophets, how you think they gonna legislate and how they gonna judge you when you get up there when you talk to another man like this?
Here's the thing. I gotta go. They're quick to run and grab that talking point of Biden and Hillary Clinton, and created the, the crime bill. They created the crime bill. This nigga I ever seen in my life. They created the crime bill. What you say?
Wait a minute. Hey, right wingers, you remember how y'all said that Jesus and them don't allow thugs up in what do they call it? The sacred land of Christ? Yeah, I don't think this thug is I don't think he's gonna get an admission ticket. I just think so. Let the church say amen. Woo! Wait a minute. This thug is bringing the N-word into the kingdom of God. So he bringing the N-word and King Face is bringing the HIV. Well, King Face in the hell right now, but this is what MAGA think they're gonna bring in there. You think God is going to allow bigotry and racism in his kingdom? You think so? Say less. Hey, Coop too. Maybe you forgot, but since you say I sound like the devil, wasn't Satan one of God's angels before he found out he was set banging for the other side? I ain't no devil, sir, but the way you talking right now, you must be bucking for the lieutenant job next to Satan. And knowing you so low brow, you probably looking for Satan from South Park. It's okay, sir. The Most High has not struck me down for what I said yet. I'm comfortable. He's given me the right. And he's given me the steps necessary to say what I'm saying. Or else he would visit me. Yes, we've had conversations over the past few weeks. He knows what I feel in my heart. He understands. But he also understands that I have empathy for that man's children. Because they're going to grow up without a father. They're going to grow up in an unbalanced home unless she remarries. Especially the young son who barely knew him. But let's continue, since you wanted to keep us off rip and off grid. We finna play this.
You some bitch. Everybody on your live stream know you some bitch. And when I see you, I'm whooping your ass. Everybody got your live stream. You wanna be hood, nigga? You wanna be hood? You wanna phone talking shit to me? And you call me? You say you apologize? Yeah, nigga.
By the way, for those who think that I'm being wrong for bringing this up about Tatum Tots, isn't it hilarious that ever since he started really doing this Israel grift, that his kingdom that he was having beautifully built by mostly white money, white bigot money, white racist money, it's starting to crumble. No kingdom lasts forever except the one all the way up there that you cannot reach until they call you. That man practices idolatry. His kingdom is falling.
I never apologize. You apologize? I never apologize. My wife listen to you, nigga. I never apologize. What I said was, what I said.
Thug behavior. Let's get to old Pancake Critter. Pancake Critter was trying to be strong. Pancake Critter, he looked shorter than what he really is. Look, Charlie Kirk was not a racist, and I will not sit back and allow people to spread that lie. Okay, sir. Just because he patted your head does not mean he wasn't a racist. There you go. This pastor is attacking Charlie Kirk. That man didn't even say nothing on that man as an attack. But okay. Okay. He didn't listen to it. Communism. Because they know he's a communist. Oh, okay. Charlie filled churches around the world this early. Charlie, I told y'all, I keep telling y'all, he's better to them as a symbol than a living human being. Oh, fam. Yo, did you get that message I sent you in Discord? Me? Or are you talking about Torian? I ain't get no message. Oh no, Acid Ra, he can't move there. Remember last time he went there, they spit on his congregation. Nah, he can't do that. Bucci Bear claimed one Kirk was worth 100 Nipsey Hussle. Symbol over human. That's crazy. The script is potent. Oh, wow. What's the matter, MAGA? Y'all don't want to talk to me this morning? Or maybe y'all figured out that they're using this man's name in effigy. Oh, by the way, since we're going to have to bring this back up again, since you didn't hear me say it on Saturday, how are y'all allowing all his supposed friends to just try to slide into his slot? Explain that to me. They doing just like Ludacris said in that song. They all trying to take that #1 spot. No, GDS, he didn't buy it. He ain't got the money to buy Turning Point USA. Trust me, if he bought it, this would be trending right now. And like TBA said last night, if Ben Shapiro or any one of them go in and they're running Turning Point USA, it's over. Yes, we know coup to Japan fell. We know. Thank you. We're not doing geopolitics today. We talking about this man of God right here going in on Charlie Kirk and going in on evil. That's what we talking about. But I get it. If this was a white pastor doing it, you wouldn't say he was being racist or he was being divisive. He was just expressing himself. Yeah. Yeah. And if you are in Japan, like Brother Torian asked, maybe you need to worry about what y'all got going on over there and stop worrying about Charlie Kirk. Y'all have problems on the ground. Just like I told them, what was it, Saturday? I told them the government finna shut down October 1st. But notice, nobody's talking about that. They're all talking about Charlie Kirk and canceling motherfuckers. You're going to have a lot of furloughed workers October 1st if they don't get that deal done. And notice, Trump and the media ain't said nothing about that. I shouldn't say the media. I did play that one report about the government shutdown. But they keep asking Trump about Kirk. And he's go say like 2 to 7 words and then go right back to that damn ballroom. He ain't saying nothing about that shutdown. He gonna wait till the last week to say something? Cool, say less. Oh, Torian, you know they ain't gonna fight back. This is why I keep telling y'all, MAGA, y'all better get organized. Them Democrats and Republicans sitting there fighting on TV, and in the back room, they setting up the plan to destroy y'all on November 3rd of next year. Y'all better stop. But y'all don't want to listen to me because I'm black. I'm woke. Fine. We're going to be here in purple mode November 3rd of next year. And I swear to God, when them Dems take back over the House and the Senate, and your man can't do nothing, in January, their first day in session, they put out articles of impeachment on this man. I don't want to hear shit, because I'm going to refer back to this. You guys wasted the start of the 3rd quarter. The end of the 3rd quarter, I should say. Canceling motherfuckers. Which brings me to this. Since cancel culture is fun, family, we're going to throw them a little bone before I make them choke on it. They so goddamn happy, family, that, where is it? This chick over here, the chick that kind of look a little like Lizzo. They're so happy that this chick got arrested at her school for telling MAGA people that Charlie Kirk was deceased. They are so happy. Brother Torian, even Hot Wheels says something. Definitely picked the wrong school to taunt the death of Charlie Kirk. Thanks, Texas Tech. This right here, family, it did not. I would be remiss, I should say. I would be remiss to not mention the fact that this is the first person that got arrested for their speech on this man. And the reason why I say that is she didn't even touch nobody. She didn't destroy no property. What did she say? We have the footage. Who is Cameron Giselle Booker? That's her name. Beyonce's foothold in Texas is strong. Student accused of mocking Charlie Kirk death. Cameron Giselle Booker, a student at Texas Tech University, was arrested on charges of assault after an altercation with students mourning the death of Charlie Kirk. Assault. People had gathered at the Texas University in Lubbock on Friday to hold a vigil for Kirk 31, who was fatally hit at Utah Valley University in Orem, Utah on Wednesday during a question and answer session on campus. Videos circulating on social media show Booker interacting with Kirk supporters before her arrest. Excuse me. Newsweek has contacted Texas Tech University, the Texas Tech Police Department, the Lubbock County Sheriff's Office, and the Lubbock County Clerk for comment via email. The varied reactions to Kirk's shooting has sparked a debate over the limits of online speech, with social media users who have celebrated the conservative activist's deletion facing disciplinary actions. Pilots, teachers, and professors are among those who have been fired or suspended after discussing Kirk's killing online. On Saturday, Reuters reported that at least 15 people had lost their jobs or had been suspended over social media posts about Kirk, while NPR reported 33. In a video widely shared on social media, Booker can be heard saying, "F your homie dead. He got shot in the head." That's what she said. Okay. In another clip, she argues with a man in the Make America Great Again cap who says evil is real, people, and it kind of looks like that, before pointing the camera at Booker. A separate snippet shows Booker and someone recording her asking each other, "Why are you so hateful?" In the same video, a woman tells Booker that she is being emotional, and the person recording says she is being aggressive. Booker denied both claims. "I'm not being aggressive," she replied. "My voice is very calm. You're calling me aggressive because I'm a black woman." Let's see what she said.
Evil is real, people, and it kind of looks like that. Evil. Evil. Murder is bad. She is evil. I've not said evil. Why are you being so hateful?
Why are you so hateful? Why are you so hateful? Yeah.
Hey, can somebody tell her to back up?
Can you not push the camera in my face?
I'm sitting here. You want to come to me?
Okay, well,
I don't want this. I said rest in peace. Just leave it alone. Please don't come after me. I want to be left alone.
Come after me. Don't come after me. She didn't even come after you.
Emotional, man. Don't tell me what I am and what I'm not. You can get out of my face, because I can tell you what you are, but you won't like it.
You're being aggressive. You're being aggressive.
Aggressive? Where was the aggression? Okay. Oh, T-Mac, so walking up to somebody is aggression now. Okay. All right.
I'm not being aggressive. My voice is very calm. You're calling me aggressive because I'm a black woman.
Not at all.
No, we're not. I'm very...
Let's continue reading. Florida's Voice journalist Eric Daughtery, or Daughtery, whatever, shared a compilation of the clips on X, which Texas Governor Greg Abbott commented on. In a separate post, Abbott shared a photo of Booker being handcuffed and wrote, "This is what happens to the person who was mocking Charlie Kirk's assassination at Texas Tech. FAFO. Yo, FAFO. Booker was arrested on charges of assault and released on a $200 bond the next day," Lubbock County Sheriff's Office told the Daily Mail. Several posts on social media, including Daughtery's, have said Booker was expelled, but Texas Tech University has not confirmed these reports. Booker faces criminal charges in Lubbock. More broadly, employers and government officials have signaled that they would continue to investigate, in some cases, discipline individuals who publicly celebrate Kirk's killing. Federal consular officials have received instructions to review visa cases in some instances. Y'all need to watch that, by the way, what Rubio did with that bill they presented. Y'all gotta watch that. They're trying to restrict movement now, but okay. Now, was it fucked up what she said? Depends on how you feel about Charlie Kirk. Should she have been arrested? No. Because exactly what did she do that was wrong, that warranted her being arrested? Now, I saw some people running around saying that she violated a Texas law that they amended just this year. So we're going to look at that law. So it says, now this was in June, this was before they amended it. It says, Texas governor signs bill to limit expressive activity on campuses. Students and free speech advocates argue that the bill is too vague and goes too far in its efforts to prevent unnecessary disruption and to ensure campus safety. Texas Governor Wheels has signed a controversial bill that would restrict expressive activities on college campuses, reversing some of the rights afforded by a 2019 bill intended to protect Texans' ability to protest on campuses. MAGA, I need y'all to pay attention to this because this affects you too. The new legislation, State Bill 2972, includes a number of limitations on how, when, and where individuals can demonstrate on college campuses, striking a key provision in the 2019 bill that establishes all common outdoor spaces on a public campus as traditional public forums, spaces where anyone can engage in expressive activity. Now, college leaders will decide which areas are public forums. The bill also changes language from the 2019 legislation that says all persons can participate in expressive activities on college campuses to instead cover only students enrolled at and employees of an institution of higher education, leaving it up to individual colleges to determine whether the public is welcome to demonstrate there. The most contested provision of the law prohibits all expressive activities on public campuses from 10 p.m. to 8 a.m. So I guess, never mind. I'm not even going. There was a joke there, but I'm going to leave it alone. Because the legislation defines expressive activities broadly as anything allowed under the First Amendment or the analogous section of Texas's Constitution, free speech experts and advocates have warned that the legislation would prohibit essentially all forms of expression between those hours, from wearing a red "Make America Great Again" hat to engaging in a heated debate in the dining hall. Well, Carlton Way, you don't sound cowardly. We all understand that. Remember, open enemies of yourself always go for the softest targets. You have a right to feel that way. We continue. But did you hear what I just said, MAGA? You will not be allowed under this bill, which again has been amended 14 days ago. You will not allowed to wear your MAGA hat outside between 10 and 8 on public campuses. Why are y'all not upset about that? I thought Texas was this Republican haven. Prime time, you a damn lie. Let me help you. Y'all's Republicans gonna have unless y'all run DeSantis, y'all have no shot. I'm just gonna say that right now. Y'all trying to groom up J.D. Vance to be the face of your party. You go put him out there in 28, he's going to get destroyed. And his time in politics are going to be over. But y'all want to do that. A similar policy at Indiana University, which banned protests between 11 p.m. and 6 a.m., was blocked last month by a federal judge. Tyler Coward, lead counsel of government affairs for the Foundation for Individual Rights and Expression, a free speech watchdog, said in an interview with Inside Higher Ed that the ban on expressive activity after 10 p.m. is flatly unconstitutional. That would essentially require institutions to prohibit any speech at all between those hours, he said. Fire wrote to Abbott to ask that he veto SB 2972. This bill was authored by Senator Brandon Creighton, a Republican who also authored the state's legislation outlawing diversity, equity, and inclusion. It comes after a surge of protests roiled college campuses nationwide in response to Hamas's deadly October 7, 2023 attack on Israeli civilians and Israel's subsequent war in Gaza. In Texas alone, at least 100 pro-Palestinian protests have taken place on public campuses since then, according to Harvard University's Nonviolent Action Lab, and demonstrators erected encampments on at least 4. Most notably, dozens of students were arrested at an encampment at the University of Texas at Austin after police deployed pepper spray and flashbang grenades to try to break up the protest. Kind of sounds like January 6th, but okay. We're just going to skip down. Several Texas University students and alumni, including some from UT Austin who were on campus amid the protests in 2024, spoke out against the bill during a hearing in the Senate Committee on Education K through 16 in April. A current UT Austin law student, Noor Saleh, testified that she thought the bill's vagueness could lead to unintended outcomes. Quote, when we see things lack specific definitions as we do see in SB 2972, what we can see is things like tailgate tents being no longer allowed on Texas's campus, which is incredibly disheartening for those who like to go to tailgate before our football games, she said. This bill, while perhaps well-intentioned, opens the door to a troubling level of overregulation. Others pointed out that the legislation might restrict peaceful, expressive activities that the Republican lawmakers would likely be in favor of, such as candlelight vigils in honor of veterans and aborted fetuses. Excuse me. Carson Bethel, the president of the Texas A&M University chapter of Young Americans for Freedom, a conservative student organization, there go Ben Shapiro, said in an interview with Inside Higher Ed that he too thinks part of the bill goes too far. Well, look at that. We have a maybe leftist and a conservative actually agreeing. Huh. Troy Porter, who they have? They have Josh Shapiro, they have Andy Bashir, they have Ro Khanna. I love how, see, this is why y'all are gonna lose in 28, because y'all think they're gonna run a woman again. Damn, I swear to Christ. Let me help y'all before we continue this. You idiots on the right that really think the Democrats are stupid enough to go run a woman again. I'm going to help you. Bernie Sanders is not touching that. AOC is not getting anywhere near that. Jasmine Crockett, hell no. Since I got to keep helping y'all do this, they're going to run a man that's going to be moderate. Josh Shapiro already showed everybody with what happened to him at the mansion and his house, already showed that he can be moderate and he's willing to listen to both sides. Ro Khanna, same thing, but I know y'all not going to touch him because he comes from a South Asian background, but he'll probably run as somebody's VP or at least try to go for Secretary of State. Andy Bashir right now looks like the best option they got because he comes from a red state, and even though y'all gonna run around and say Louisville and Lexington, they full of, Democrats and all that. That state actually likes him, and he's actually started to get positive national coverage. I would stop and realize those 3 men could fuck y'all up badly. Y'all worrying about the softest targets ever. Y'all don't even know them 3 men like that. And that should concern you. I'm trying to help y'all out because I know y'all only focus on your side. The left does the same thing. They only focus on their side. They have a plan in place. If they win the midterms, y'all are in trouble. That damn crime bill Trump gonna try to push out early next year, they are going to torch that. They are going to stand against it, even though they're really for it. And they're going to become the white hat. Y'all better stop. But y'all want to focus on AOC and Jasmine Crockett and Bernie Sanders? Okay, fine. Take your eye off the ball, and they're going to put up somebody that J.D. Vance can't beat, somebody that DeSantis is going to have trouble with. Go ahead. I would love to see y'all squirm in the summer of 28. I would love it because y'all don't listen. Back to this. Where was I? His own organization often holds events that go past 10 p.m., he said, or that take place during finals week. And while he understands the idea of limiting who can protest on campuses, he said that rule too may be too broad. Christian apologetics come to college campuses, especially in Texas, and dialogue with students in large group forums, he said. It's been somewhat of a disruption. You have to take a different route to class because there are so many people in one area. But if we're going to read everything equally, that would be prohibited, which I don't really think it should be prohibited. Several opponents of the law have also criticized this reversal on protections afforded by the 2019 bill SB 18, which was championed by Republican lawmakers who objected to colleges canceling appearances by conservative speakers. Republican Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick called this bill a top priority for the legislature and it passed the Senate unanimously. In introducing SB 2972 during the April hearing, Creighton argued that the legislation in fact strengthens the 2019 law, quote, reaffirming the expressive rights of students and employees in Texas public institutions of higher education while also setting boundaries intended to prevent unnecessary disruption and to ensure campus safety. Really? Huh. That's really, yeah. Section 2, they always tell you on the first page. They always give you the truth on the first page. Well, we know a lot of right-wingers are allergic to first pages since what happened with George Floyd. But we're going to help them today. So it says, an act related to expressive activities at public institutions of higher education, be it enacted by the legislature of the state of Texas, Section 1, whatever. We go to Section 2. Expressive activities means any speech or expressive conduct protected by the First Amendment to the United States Constitution or by Section 8, Article 1, Texas Constitution, includes assemblies, protests, speeches, the distribution of written material, the carrying of signs, and the circulation of petitions, which you saw in that video. The man had a sign in his hand. He had a table set up. Speeches, protests. That lady was protesting. The term does not include commercial speech, defamation, she didn't defame him, unlawful harassment, she wasn't being unlawfully harassing that person, she wasn't doing it, incitement to an imminent unlawful activity. Now, I know white supremacists are going to try to say that she was doing this, which she wasn't. That's going to be a hell of a hill to climb. Obscenity. Okay, so now you're telling us that you can't say fuck on campus. You can't use cuss words on campus. Okay. Threats to engage in unlawful activity. It is the policy of this state and the purpose of this section to protect the expressive rights of persons guaranteed by the Constitution of the United States and of this state by recognizing freedom of speech and assembly as central to the mission of institutions of higher education. Freedom of speech and assembly, which both of those entities did, but you still arrested one. And ensuring that students enrolled at and employees of an institution of higher education, took out all persons, may assemble peaceably on the campuses of the institution for expressive activities, including to listen to or observe the expressive activities of others, which she did, and then expressed herself. This is another massive lawsuit. So we have the cancel culture lawsuit. It just keeps getting bigger. These class actions are going to be biblical. Sure, Sauce, I'm jobless. So after I go do this, I'm going to work. And it wasn't lost on me that your Avi looked like Fat Joe, who, if he keeps doing what he's doing, is going to be jobless, just like you. And we know how bad this economy is. You can't even afford the Dino Nuggies. That sucks. I tell you, they upset. Look at them. They upset. All I said was whatever I said. And I still haven't danced on that man's grave. Damn. Texas budget proposal could slash $423 million from higher education. Now, why is this important? Because Texas Tech is a public university. Nasty work. We'll go over this tomorrow in talks. We'll go over this. But I just want y'all to understand. They love cancel culture because they got mad last time that they were being outed for being racist. Now they get to be racist, but now they can have databases where they can collect people calling them out for being racist, which is going to help the lawsuits. But let's see what this dude says.
Cancel culture if you got fired from your job for publicly celebrating the murder of Charlie Kirk.
Good, then everybody that celebrated Osama bin Laden's death publicly, they should be all arrested, right? Or that's wrong. I shouldn't say that, right? The night John Cena, after the pay-per-view, said, we got him in Philly, by the way. Everybody there should have been arrested, right? I'm just saying, this is the thinking where we're gonna go down now. Because you know what the left is gonna do with this. You know what they're gonna do. They're going to say, if you celebrate the killing of a terrorist, you need to be losing everything. Are we gonna go down that road? What is a rhetoric? We're going to do this again. We got caught on Saturday with privilege. Now we're going to get caught with rhetoric. All right, let's see what rhetoric is. I wonder what he called me this time. What is a rhetoric? Let's see. A warehouse manager? Oh, that's a company. You're calling me a company. Oh, okay. He called me a company. So I'm an entity. Okay. Let's look up the etymology. A rhetoric. So you're making up words now. A rhetoric. Huh. Well, isn't that nice? By the way, I love how you're making fun of autism, and we know an autistic person who was bullying you in high school. It's okay. And after they pushed you in the locker, you know, they told all the sensory autistic kids, they'd be like, yeah, he's soft. It was especially funny. I saw that video of you after they was stomping on you. They was playing crisscross in the background. That was crazy. I would play it here, but YouTube got a thing about you playing violence on there. But, you know, you got it.
I am very against cancel culture, but cancel culture is when someone gets fired for a harmless joke they made on Twitter 10 years ago. Cancel culture is not...
That's not cancel culture. that's not even close. But, okay.
...getting fired because you publicly celebrated political terrorism. And that is what you are celebrating when you...
So everybody that celebrated them girls up in the University of Albany putting out that hoax and getting, you know, kicked out of school, should we go backdate that and go get them all unceremoniously fired from their jobs? Should we do that? That would be wrong, correct? I'm just asking for friends.
You celebrate the murder of Charlie Kirk. Terrorism.
Oh, wait a minute. Whoa. You did online school your whole life, so they couldn't even keep you around regular children? Whoever taught you, they should have taught you how to spell retard correctly, because there's no space there. Fam, he said he went to online school. Also, so you was doing leapfrog and all that shit, huh? Damn. So you just an unhinged motherfucker. Did you get banned from every school in your district? Is that what happened? Oh, now, hold on. Now, the UK has produced some of the smartest people on earth. You are not about to blame the UK for the reason why you could not fit in your suit. Are you from Sheffield before it got uppity? Are you from Luton, sir? Acid Waffle, are you from Luton? If you can't make it in Luton in school, don't do that, sir. See, if you were able to be around other students, you might have been prime minister. You going to online school in the UK, again, we're not dissing the online school system in the UK. They produce someone that puts acid on waffles. Now, which acid do you use? Hydrochloric or battery? Which one, sir? Because it's not citric and it's not ascorbic. Which one do you use? We just want to know. So that way we can deal with you correctly. Because, again, you're from the UK. So you had to put one of them acids on there with the beans. And we know how disgusting them beans are. Keith Lee already exposed y'all. Y'all don't use butter on your waffles. You use Vegemite. We're not going to do this. I know you're laughing because I'm funny. And we're going to laugh because we do not keep people who cannot make it in the UK school system. Because we saw Charlie Kirk get schooled by kids who went to Oxford. They came out of that same system. We will not, and I'm sorry, family, I had to delete him because I do not want y'all beating down on somebody who cannot even stay in the classroom with the kids with the helmets. I do not want to do that. Those kids that have the helmets on, they learn different. And they are productive members of society right now. Do you understand that fool missed out on skirts? Skirts. He missed out on seeing women, young girls grow up to being young women. He missed out on prom. Prom. This is sad. Let's continue.
The unlawful use of violence and intimidation, especially against.
And you know what? We have to give him his props, by the way. Not the white boy on the screen, the acid waffle. We have to give him credit because he was actually doing this during tea time. Do you understand how sacred tea time is in the UK? He wasted his tea time to troll a black man all the way in Atlanta, Georgia. That is crazy. Whew. Denise, I think he was talking about the acid waffle. But okay. But if he's talking about me, boy, if I saw you, I'd slap you.
Civilians for political aims. And any normal employer, coworker, customer wants to know if someone they're dealing with supports political terrorism. Because when you publicly support something that is so evil, you immediately become a threat to the safety of everyone around you. There are certain things in our society that we cannot permit if we are to continue living in a society with free speech.
Your free speech is not free, sir. And I've already went over this. Y'all MAGA idiots are really helping them restrict free speech. Just like the left is helping the Trump administration restrict free speech. You think you're hurting the other side. You're hurting yourselves and everybody. But maybe that's what y'all want. Y'all want everybody to be silent. Okay. I hope y'all make these videos again. I said it on Saturday. I'm going to say it again. I hope y'all make these videos when Elon has to go testify in Congress, trying to fight to keep Section 230 up. Because if that falls, he's going to get sued every time somebody tweets something. And realistically, I know my black family's ready for that because he allows a whole bunch of racists to get off. And then when they sit up there, pause, and they want to go back, they get struck down. So that's going to be fun. And they got mountains of evidence. So this should be fun. But if this is what y'all want, that's cool with me.
And political terrorism is one of those things that we cannot tolerate. Because if you can be killed for simply disagreeing with someone, then we no longer have a free country.
Not to be, cancel culture is bad, but we need to be clear. There shouldn't be no but. There shouldn't be no but. I ain't finna read all that. Oh, hell no. We not reading all this. They out here writing soliloquies. Nope. Once you say but, no. Cancel culture should be bad all the way around in this form. Because what you're saying here, but you're saying doxing people is okay. You're basically saying this, but you got it. Crystal Ball. The policing of everyone's thought and emotions around Charlie Kirk's death is wild. Cancel culture on steroids backed by the full force of the government. Crime bill is going to be... Olivia Rondeau. No one justifying or celebrating Charlie Kirk's deletion should ever teach children, work with medicine or patients, or protect and serve ever again. I will keep exposing them. No, I do not care if that's cancel culture. Keep going. CTV is crying that people are getting fired for celebrating Charlie Kirk's deletion. So cancel culture is bad. Why are you worried about Canada? Maybe you're in Canada. Let's see. She might be in Canada. She is in Canada. Okay. See? Canada ain't got nothing going on. They worried about what's going on in the South. Say less. Leftists getting fired over the disgusting reaction to Charlie Kirk's deletion is not cancel culture. It's consequence culture. Now they trying to change it. Consequence culture now. Say less. Okay. All right. Turning Point USA kicked me out. Oh, that's old. I don't care about that. So we're just going to act like free speech ends the second someone questions the Charlie Kirk narrative. Nah, this ain't grief. It's state-sponsored cancel culture with a badge and a search warrant. Y'all don't want justice. You want obedience. Okay. Matt Couch, I don't do cancel culture, but if you made fun of Charlie Kirk's deletion or have celebrated it, I'll do everything I can to expose you in any businesses you want to operate. Okay, that's literally cancel culture. Jesus fucking Christ. I tell you, they dumb. I tell you, they dumb. Oh, my God. Okay, Mr. Jess. Okay. We're going to have fun now. Since you say I'm a leftist so much, right? You tough, right? You tough. Bring your bitch ass. Show me you tough. Let's go. I'll even get on film. Show me you tough. Because I don't think you are. I think you might be from India. I think so. I think you pray to the god Vishnu. I might think that. Because Google is owned right now by Indians. There's nothing wrong with that. Bless them. I dare you. I dare you. Come prove I'm a leftist. This should be easy. Come prove I'm a... This should be so goddamn easy. Let's go, sir. Come on. Come on, puss bag. This should be so easy for you. You can embarrass me on my program right now. Come on. You have a cheering section. This should be easy. I'm a black man. This should be easy. Grand Teddy, I don't care. Tell your husband to get up out of the bed and come see me. He tough, right? Click that link. Let's go. The only Jess I respect that is male is Jesse Kasopoulos from Full House. That's the only one I respect. Let's go, Mr. Jess. You tough talking. Let's go. Don't show the people that are actually in here supporting you that you will run. You can't stand up to scrutiny? Let's go. Somebody did it the other day. I actually respect that white man. What it is there? Me and that white man did not agree on nothing. But I respect the fact he clicked the link. Now click the link. Let's go. Okay, America, F you. That's great. That's your business. You can do whatever you want. I just hope that you're ready for those lawsuits. That's all I'm going to say. The pendulum swings both ways. Those lawsuits in 2026 are going to be biblical. And I want y'all to understand, the rest of the world, as much as y'all want to say we're mourning Charlie's death, they were also looking at us and saying, oh, their economy is f***ed right now. Their stock market is being held up by tech stocks. We can with these markets anytime we want, and they don't even realize we can do it because they're worried about idolatry. We are making moves in Africa right now that they're going to find out later that they could have stopped. And we can raise prices on everything. And all their president wants to do is have sound bites and think that he actually facilitated peace when we are already talking in the back channels about getting a deal done. We just waiting for them to make it look like they did something. But I figured, oh, I know you're doing God's work. I figured. Look, he tough. I told y'all he not tough. He in there still typing. He not tough. But we're going to continue going. Maybe he'll show me that he's a real man. Maybe he'll do it. I doubt it, though. Why cancel culture is good for democracy, right? Then Rolling Stone said people are losing their jobs for criticizing slain free speech advocate Charlie Kirk. Now, if you think this is good for democracy, now check this out, right? Let's see how that's going to work next year. Shut up, Mr. Jess. Unless you click that link, you're going to get blocked. Now, shut up. Because there's one rule that they all know, but since you new here, you don't know. I don't allow cowards in my chat. You have been summoned. You want to keep talking? Good. I'm going to cry about it. You right. I'm going to cry laughing. Now you can go finish deleting off the rest of your payroll roster. Have fun. Now, America. Now, you could click that link too, and I could show you Republicans that were messing with children. Do you want to play with me? Because one just happened in North Carolina. He tried to degrade one of his granddaughters. I don't think you want to go there with me. Oh, I know. He's going to tell me I'm lying. You don't believe me. I figured you didn't. I figured you didn't. What did I do? We back it up a little bit. There you go. Since y'all want to worry about the left so much, there you go. Let's rapid taste on this white on white crime right here. Let's rapid taste. Wait till them stories of Turning Point USA come out. Wait. Should we talk about those nice priests? Should we talk about them? Should we talk about those Catholic school teachers preying on the youth? Or should we talk about them too? Conservatives. Oh, you don't want to talk no more? Wait a minute. Hold it. Hey, whoa. America, what happened? You found out another employee said something about Charlie Kirk? You got to go through the payroll again. Come on now. Nobody brought up color. There you go. Let's play it.
And happening right now in the WRL Live Center, an update to a story we brought you at the top of the newscast. We have just learned the North Carolina...
That's a wild last name she got.
...emergency meeting has been canceled because of this. We've learned that the chairman of the Surrey County Elections Board, James Yoakley, resigned. He was arrested in Wilmington on child abuse, drug possession, and other crimes. Police accused him of trying to drug his 2 granddaughters' ice cream with cocaine and ecstasy.
Cocaine and ecstasy. Woo. I said yes. Let's show some white on white crime. Yes. This is white on white crime, is it not? Is it wrong to bring up? If I did a whole stream about black on black crime, y'all be in here flooded. I would have 700 people in here. Oh, it's uncomfortable talking about something that's not that's part of your community, right? Except we talk about our black on black crime. Why do y'all hide this? This should have been all over y'all's feed. And this happened in August. Why did y'all escape this? Y'all should be outside. Y'all should be kicking this man's ass right now. Y'all should have ran down to Raleigh. Y'all should have found out where he's at. You should have asked him some questions. You should have whooped his ass. But y'all didn't whoop his ass.
Earlier, State Auditor Dave Bullock did call for his resignation. He issued the following statement here. With his resignation, the Surrey County Board of Elections has resigned. They can move forward with the process of appointing a replacement.
Fine. Y'all want me to bring color into it? We'll bring color into it. Let's go. Since they upset that I brought color into it. Okay. Now y'all can leave. Don't block nobody. But they're going to feel uncomfortable. This happened in California. This man killed and dismembered his... Was it this one? I think it might have been this one. Let me look. No, let me see if I can find the one. This dude dismembered his Asian wife and his in-laws. Let me see. Where is it? Oh, shit. I wish I remembered his name. Wait, did I put it? I think I did put it on X. Let me look. I might have put it on X. Since they are uncomfortable with me talking about color, but they got to talk. If they had no problem bringing up DeCarlo Brown, no problem. We talk about that color. Oh, here we go. I got something else for y'all, but let me go get that one first because I don't want to lead off of that. Where is it? Let me see if I can find it. Oh, here we go. Y'all, they was out there fighting over the weekend. Damn. Maybe it's in my bookmarks. Let me check the bookmarks. Let's see. Uh, duh, 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 duh. Damn, I forgot it. Fuck. Y'all can go look that up later. Damn, it was a white man. He was found dead in his cell. And I was reading this story. He said he disemboweled and dismembered his Asian wife and her 2 parents. That was crazy. By the way, are we going to cancel The Rock's daughter because she said, if you want to have kind words, if you want people to have kind words when you pass, you should say kind words when you're alive? And she said, I'll stand behind this, be kind now more than ever. Should we? Should we? Let me see. No. Here it goes. There it is. Why didn't y'all say nothing about this here?
37-year-old Maylee Haskell, murdered and chopped into pieces in November 2023. Her parts dumped here in this Encino dumpster. May's parents, Yasheng Wang and Gaoxin Li, gone. They vanished. Their car was found, but their bodies are still missing. This man, Samuel Haskell, Maylee's husband, was
Oh, look, somebody, hey, I got a fan. Somebody had to go change their name. Oh, look at you. Oh.
LA County District Attorney Nathan Hochman says Haskell was due in court this morning. The case against him, damning. Hochman says they have DNA evidence linked to all 3 victims.
They said it was so effed up what he did. They start cussing during the report.
On a bloody knife found in Haskell's possession. And it doesn't end there.
They found a cut saw, machetes, knife.
Good, Corn Pop. We're not lefties, but you got it. Since you Corn Pop, you should go see how Biden's doing. Maybe he'll let you shave his legs.
A .357 firearm with additional cartridges. They found the bloody plyboard in which the killings had occurred.
The gruesome details of the case shook the Tarzana neighborhood where the Haskells lived with their 3 children. Were unharmed, and Hochman says they're now living together with a relative. As for a motive, Hochman says Haskell had been having an affair with a 27-year-old woman. But his suicide means the world will never find out the reason for such a heinous crime.
The full motive for an individual to so violently and barbarically kill 3 people and chop up their bodies. Mr. Haskell has taken that motive to the grave with him.
That's crazy.
We were together on Wednesday, Lawrence.
Wait, before we even play that one, I got to play what he originally said. Where is it? I just had it. Motherfucker. All right, we'll do this. I noticed y'all wasn't canceling culture this man for what he said. He said you should take out homeless people if they have mental illness. That what he said.
Billions of dollars to mental health and the homeless population. A lot of them don't want to take the programs. A lot of them don't want to get the help that is necessary. You can't give them a choice. Either you take the resources that we're going to give you, or you decide that you're going to be locked up in jail. That's the way it has to be now.
Oh, nobody want to smoke? Say less.
Or something. Just kill them.
You hear him?
Billions of dollars to mental health and the
You hear him?
population. A lot of them don't want to take the programs. A lot of them don't want to get the help that is necessary. You can't give them a choice. Either you take the resources that we're going to give you, or you decide that you're going to be locked up in jail. That's the way it has to be now.
Or involuntary lethal injection or something.
Involuntary lethal injection. But these were the same people that were yelling at Canada for doing that during the scamdemic. Involuntary lethal injection. That's what he said.
Zaruska and Shaw, in the morning, we were discussing the murder of Irina Zaruska and Shaw in North Carolina. Now, how to stop these kinds of attacks by homeless, mentally ill assailants, including institutionalizing or jailing such people so they cannot attack again. Now, during that discussion, I wrongly said they should get lethal injections. I apologize for that extremely callous remark. I'm obviously aware that not all mentally ill homeless people act as the perpetrator did in North Carolina, and that so many homeless people deserve our empathy and compassion.
Well, Charlie Kirk would have said you wrong because he doesn't believe in empathy. But notice how he still has his job. Matthew Dow got fired. I just want y'all to, I'm not leaning towards the left on this. I'm just saying, it's just funny that after what Matthew Dow said, he was up out the paint. But this man said what he said, and they were like, oh, just go out there and say some bullshit. Just so we could get the stink off of us. A little bit. And he still has his job. See? No report of him being fired. Still has his radio show. No, he wasn't even put on leave. Not even a week suspension. But y'all right. Y'all right. But it's okay, Catsy. Consistency will come back next year. It's going to come back. I'm just going to warn my black family before we get up out of here. That pendulum is actually a blade. If you need to know the blade, watch the second episode of MacGyver's 5th season, where he was trying to get out of him being strapped to that table with the blade about to cut everything that he holds dear, including the Swiss Army knife. Black family, stay away from this. They want us part of this. That's why they put out, oh, Miss Cameron Booker. They want us to get with this. The only thing we'll say is hire you a good Texas-based lawyer, not named Ben Crump. Because what Texas did to you was not right. Because they're violating their own laws. So there's that. If you're going to be for free speech, you should be it for everybody. But we know that's not how it works here. But anyway, before we get up out of here, family, I was going to say, it's beautiful. It's beautiful to wake up every day and be able to somehow walk the path to try to change the world. It's a beautiful thing. That's what we should all do. So what we're going to do before we leave is we're going to play the pastor's words one more time. And then we're going to let y'all have the rest of your day. I'm going to go to work and provide. I'm sure y'all are probably going on your lunch break. Please get a decent lunch. It's Monday. You got to start off the week correct. I know some of y'all, I know the economy bad. Y'all only got the cheese sandwiches. I understand. Get you some good sustenance. If you're going to have the nasty cheese sandwich, at least go buy a cup of soup so you can dunk it in there. Please. But anyway, we're going to play the pastor's words. All praises to the Most High. Y'all take care, stay safe, and you know what to do when the agents of chaos come to mess up your existence.
Charlie Kirk did not deserve to be assassinated. But I'm overwhelmed.
Dax, I really don't care if white people have black fatigue or not. I really don't care. Just like they don't care about my life. See how that works? The pendulum swings both ways.
Seeing the flags of the United States of America at half staff calling this nation to honor and
I'm going to show you how much I care.
who was an unapologetic racist and spent all of his life sowing seeds of division and hate into this land. And hearing people with selective rage who are mad about Charlie Kirk but didn't give a damn about Melissa Hortman and her husband when they were shot down in their home, tell me I ought to have compassion for the death of a man who had no respect for my own life. I am sorry, but there's nowhere in Bible where we are taught to honor evil. And how you die does not redeem how you lived. You do not become a hero.
You're correct, Tosh. And he also said if his daughter got raped at 10, he would make her give the baby life.
In your death when you are a weapon of the enemy in your life. I can abhor the violence that took your life, but I don't have to celebrate how you chose to live. I am overwhelmed. Charlie Kirk did not deserve to be assassinated. But I'm overwhelmed seeing the flags of the United States of America at half staff.
Sir, letter N. Charlie Kirk actually laughed about them going, but he said, remember, he said that we need to have a few gun deaths in here to protect the Second Amendment. So according to what he said, that was okay what happened to him for the advancement of the Second Amendment. Oh, and if y'all also don't believe that they didn't love Charlie Kirk, JD Vance right now is on his channel on Rumble talking about he's remembering his friend.
Calling this nation to honor and venerate a man who was an unapologetic.
Right. Correct, Tosh. He did that too. Guess what? And he also had, if he's so against them XYs and all that, why is he allowing XYs to talk at his conferences like Blair White? Oops.
Apologetic racist and spent all of his life sowing seeds of division and hate.
He was against political violence, so why did he say some patriot should bail out the person that beat up Paul Pelosi? Huh? Oh, go ahead and tell me he didn't say that, right? Okay.
Into this land.
Okay. Again, Tosh, he didn't condemn Blair White. If he's against transgenders, he should have condemned her, but we know why he didn't, because she's conservative. Oops.
And hearing people with selective rage who are mad about Charlie Kirk but didn't give a damn about Melissa Hortman and her husband when they were shot down in their home, tell me I ought to have compassion for the death of a man who had no respect for my own life. I am sorry, but there's nowhere in Bible where we are taught to honor evil.
Okay, fine. Whatever your name is, Renogenic. Okay, so why did Blair White be allowed to talk at his conferences if he's against them? That person already transitioned. That should have been an automatic red flag. They should never have gotten a booking fee. You had a transgender person talk to your young people in Turning Point and the adults that were there.
And how you die does not redeem how you lived. You do not become a hero in your death when you are a weapon of the enemy in your life.
You still missing it, Tosh. Nobody said that they can't have dialogue. I'm pointing out the hypocrisy of what that man stood on.
I can abhor the violence that took your life, but I don't have to celebrate how you chose to live. I am overwhelmed.
Shout out to the pastor.
These people are sick, and I don't say that lightly. The NCAA is a perverted organization. They platformed a biological male who won a national championship and then was allowed in incredibly disturbing detail to be around you and your fellow competitors. And again, I blame the decline of American men. This never should have been, someone should have just took care of it the way we used to take care of things in the 1950s or 60s. But, as you have testosterone rates go down and men start acting like women and they don't do anything, then, hey, who's to say? You're going to, look, there are a lot of sick people in the world, unfortunately, and without the strength to go against them, the country.
Oh, so he didn't call for violence, right? He didn't do that. You're right. He didn't call for violence, because that's how they handled shit in the 50s and 60s. Beat people up, shoot them, lynch them. Yeah, but you're right. Just because he didn't outwardly say it, he coded it. Yeah, I get it. Y'all think we too dumb. We don't know coded language. Okay, there you go. There's your man. I'm reading into it, fam, and that's how we're gonna end it. I'm reading into it. Wrong. We're gonna end it with this here again.
Charlie Kirk did not deserve to be assassinated.
Exactly.
But I'm overwhelmed seeing the flags of the United States of America at half staff, calling this nation to honor and venerate a man who was an unapologetic racist and spent all of his life sowing seeds of division and hate into this land. And hearing people with selective rage who are mad about Charlie Kirk but didn't give a damn about Melissa Hortman and her husband when they were shot down in their home, tell me I ought to have compassion for the death of a man who had no respect for my own life. I am sorry, but there's nowhere in Bible where we are taught to honor evil. And how you die does not redeem how you lived. You do not become a hero in your death when you are a weapon of the enemy in your life. I can abhor the violence that took your life, but I don't have to celebrate how you chose to live.